Hi guys, it's Karina Gardner and it's January block of the month. I'm so excited. So this is what you need to cut out. Go ahead and take those dimensions down on your screen. The other thing you can do is you can download it at my website at karinagardner.com. Just go into the store, it's there for free, and you can download all of these dimensions. Okay guys, so the first thing you need to do is you are going to take your middle piece. This is the very middle of this quilt that we're making, and we're going to take a pencil and a ruler, and we are going to make a pencil line. I'm just going to show you up here because it's a little difficult otherwise. We're going to do a pencil line right at that 0.25 mark, that 1/4 inch mark, and we're just going to do it along one of those sides. Okay, so once you are done with that, you're just going to put your ruler out of the way and your pencil. And you're going to take any of your secondary pieces. Those are the pieces that are around this 3.5 center. And you're going to place it on top of one of those pieces. You're going to make sure that the pencil line is in the center, okay? And I'll show you a little bit later why that's important. So what's going to happen is we're going to sew right along that edge. And we don't want to sew on that 1/4 inch pencil line that we created. So we're going to back stitch right before that, okay? So I'm just going to sew that up really quick and show you. And I'm actually going to start, we're just going to start on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that off, and you can see that it opens up, but you still should have a 1/4 inch allowance right here. So I'm just going to iron this into place. Just going to move that for a quick second here. And I'm going to iron it, actually, it doesn't matter which way you're ironing it, as long as you are consistent with your ironing. So I'm just going to iron it out. So I'm going to start right here and just iron this way. I have a lot of water in my steamer right now. Okay, so here's the good news. You now have a straight edge that you're going to sew your next piece on. You can just put it right up against it. It should fit beautifully and perfectly right here, okay? Sew along that edge, and you're going to work your way around. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so once you've gotten to this spot, let me just iron this out really quick. Alright. Okay, so you can see we have one spot left right here, and this is where the sewing it so that you have this little extra bit open comes in handy. So what's going to happen is we're going to start by sewing. This is like hard to show if you can't tell. So we could do it one of two ways. We can either sew this way and match this up right here, and you're gonna see that we're gonna have to pull this back. In fact, this is probably the best way to go. Pull back this purple piece. You can see I've pulled it back so that you can sew all the way down and match up those lines, okay? And that's why we have that 0.25 available to us, because if this is pulled out of the way, then we can sew all the way down. So we're going to do that. We're going to do it that method. Matching it up. So now what happens is we have this open piece you can see here. So we're just going to fold back this way now, okay? And you can see where the seam of where the purple one, and it should like fold beautifully. You can see, look how great that is. It should fold really beautifully. So you're just finishing up this last little bit. So I'm just going to put it right under the machine, and you can see that because I ironed out, it's going to be easier to sew starting right here in the middle. So I'm going to start there, and we're just going to finish sewing right down that line. Okay, look at that. How beautiful is that? Okay, so I'm going to iron that in place really quick for our very last step, which is sewing these outside pieces to this block on. Okay, here we go. Iron down. So you are going to take the smaller side pieces that match up with the block. You're going to take those and sew those first. So I'm just going to show you really quick. Should be like this. Mine's a little bigger, and I think it's because I've been sewing, if you can't tell, a little bit less than that 0.25, and it's just made my fabric get a little bit bigger. Okay, if that happens to you, you can trim it down, get it really nice and clean. The other thing is you can ease your fabric, okay? So I'm going to start on this end, and I'm just going to try to ease my fabric and make it go as much of the way as I can, okay? And I'm going to start just a little bit in to make up for that. Okay, all right, okay, let's iron this down. I'm pressing out. I'm having my seams press out. Just doing like the quickest press. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I'm just going to sew on these other two. If it's you, what I recommend is that you trim your block down. And I didn't do that. I'm going to show you trimming in another video, just to make sure that everything fits really, really beautifully. Okay. Okay, we're finished. So I'm going to press these, and then I'm going to trim down all of my edges so that it is the size that I've got on the download for you. And then once you're finished with that, you're going to be ready for Block of the Month next month, and we're going to be building around this block. Okay, make sure and check out the website at the bottom of your screen so that you know where you can pick up the download, and I'll see you next month.